Young World, LOD 321, LOD versus the Internet. So if you haven't heard by now, Drake decides to link up with Ski Master Slump God, who is Xxxtentacion's people. They ended up having a fallout at one point, Ski Master, Slump God, and XXX. And the reason why they had a fallout is because Slump God claimed that X tried to blood sacrifice him. As crazy as it sounds, I already know. So they had a falling out. So that was a while ago. I didn't follow their situation close enough to know if they ever made up from that or not, or if they ever squashed it or became friends again after that. I think they did, but I'm not totally sure. But anyway, so Drake comes along and tries to get into that whole little thing, you know what I mean? So, first of all, I told y'all about 2 weeks ago after the X murder about the whole Louis Vuitton bag situation. I made a video about it. If you go back a couple videos, you'll see it, probably about 6 or 7 videos back. I showed you how Jimmy Wapo from Pittsburgh got killed. He had the Louis Vuitton belt on in his last Instagram picture. X they said a Louis Vuitton bag got taken out of X's car when he got killed. And Drake did a song called Signs at a Louis Vuitton fashion show. He came out with a song called Signs. That was about, I think, a year ago. And I made a video about that. You can see it. You can go on a couple videos back. You can look at it. It's been up there. So then when the Drake Scorpion album comes out, he had, I think it was on Upset, whatever song it was, he was talking about the shoot below the neck, XXX and all that stuff. Then when the actual album came out, the song called Mob Ties got a line on there saying something about something no tags, turning Louis bags into body bags or something along those lines. So it's either a super duper coincidence that Drake would say that line about the Louis Vuitton bag turning into body bags, or he might have heard my video before that song, before the actual album came out, the Scorpion album, because you know he had to go in there and redo damn half the album after the whole Pusha T situation. The album really been done weeks ago, if not maybe a few months ago, but definitely weeks ago. But after the whole Pusha T situation, he had to go in there and redo a lot of the album, a lot of the songs, because you know the L from Pusha T was just that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can say what they want. Like I already said before, Drake lost the battle for the simple fact that he will mentally never recover from that situation. Mentally, he has never been victimized since he's been in the game. Unless you want to call it when Puffy had to stomp him out, you know what I mean? You can call that being victimized, whatever. That was kind of under the radar, you know what I'm saying? Under the radar. Puffy didn't go out and brag about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, make him look bad about it. He kind of like tried to sweep it under the rug after the fact, like he felt bad about it. So it wasn't something that was like Puffy went bragging about, but everybody knows that Puffy put hands on him, slapped Earth, Wind, and Fire out of him. But as far as the music goes, he has never taken an L. Any kind of little beefs he been in, little quarrels, he always came out on top. He's always, you know what I'm saying, never was a victim. So long story short, Pusha T definitely took an L with Pusha T for the simple fact that he mentally will never recover from that ever. When Scorpion came out, everybody was watching because everybody was already talking about the situation with X. Like I said, I already pointed out the Louis Vuitton thing weeks ago. Saw my video and decided to just not saying that like I'm special when he was like thinking about me or whatever. I'm not even saying that like that. Don't make it seem like I think I'm like important enough for Drake to be thinking about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that at all. But I did make the video about the Louis Vuitton connection with Jimmy Wapo with the belt, X's Louis Vuitton bag, and the fact that Drake came out with a song called Signs at the Louis Vuitton fashion show last year. What better name could it be for a song to come out at a Louis Vuitton fashion show called Signs? That was the name of the song, called Signs. Like I said, everybody was already talking about the one line that he had about the XXX shoot below the neck. Why I keep shooting at the niggas, something about the niggas, whatever, you know, whatever it was, you know what it was. I'm not you know what I'm saying? Even in the midst of this, I don't be following it like that. I don't got the time to be trying to focus on every little thing that's said by whoever, anybody, you know what I'm saying? But, so like I said, then now I just seen that he came out, but that he on the Mob Tie song, He actually has a verse on there saying turning Louis bags to body bags. He actually says that on a Mob Tie song. The video I made about the Louis bags and the Louis Vuitton connection was weeks before that the album even came out, so nobody even heard it at that point. So now Drake goes and links up with X's boys, Ski Master, Slump God, which is a total humiliation ritual. At the very, you know what I'm saying? Just that's a blatant humiliation ritual. The simple fact that Ski Master, Slump God accused X of trying to blood sacrifice him. They had a falling out over that. And now Drake links up with him, and the headlines that everybody's putting on it is Drake ends beef with Xxtentacion by linking up with Ski Master, Slump God. But this is really a slap in the face, at the very least, to X fans, because when X died, everybody was waiting for Drake to put a post up on Instagram to say something. Everybody's sitting around biting their nails, shaking back on them, saying just waiting. Drake didn't put nothing up at all about anything to do with X's death. No RIP, no condolences to the family, no kind of I feel bad or no kind of that's a shame. And this is the smallest nobody rapper to the biggest, most important artist in the industry. Everybody made comments about the Xxxtentacion situation. Everybody reacted to it. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like Drake's too big for that. Even people bigger than Drake was talking about it. Jay-Z got the song, talked about it on Drake's album. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was talking about it. So he didn't mention X not one time. No condolences, none of that shit. But now he comes out and acts like he's. And what kind of nerve is that for him, for the headline to even be? He squashes beef with X by linking up with the Slump God dude. First of all, who even knows how X might even felt about the Slump God dude? Like, who knows where their relationship even stood? You don't even know for a fact that they was even good like that right now. X and the Slump God dude. They might have been on odds and ends. You know what I'm saying? Like, so who's to say that they was even good? So how you going to act? How you going to say you squashed the beef with X by linking up with somebody that X already had beef with anyway? Even though I do believe that X did come out and I think they did squash it. Now I'm sitting there and thinking about it. X is the Slump God dude. But even then, that's still a bold statement to sit there and say that. So Drake is, because the truth is this. Besides the fact that Drake doing a humiliation ritual on X, with the whole situation linking up with Slump God, talking about he squashed the beef with X. The truth is, regardless of what they tell you about Drake's album sales, all this streaming and all this first artist to do $1 billion in a week and all that type of shit, I already told y'all, I've been telling you since my last channel about how the numbers work in the music industry in general. Not just the music industry, the entertainment industry. None of these numbers are real. None of this shit is really what they say it is. I told y'all about the Jay-Z shit way before it happened. Then it came out that Jay-Z, because he said he went platinum on 444 like a week after it came out, which is like impossible in this day and age. I'm not even going to get into all that. That's a whole long different story. But I've been saying that about the numbers since I had a YouTube channel. My old channel, other videos, I've been always talking about that. Not to say that it means like somebody like Drake is not getting a lot of sales and a lot of streams. I'm sure he definitely is getting a lot of streams and sales and whatever you want to call it compared to the average artist, because he's Drake. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a lot of fans. So I'm not saying that it's a total lie, but what I am saying is that the shit is exaggerated. All these numbers are fugazi. It's baloney. I'm telling you. They can make anybody look like they're popping. They can make you look like you're not. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And Drake is a person that has, up until now, they're saying that he's not with Cash Money no more, so I know the situation with that. But Drake has multiple machines behind him. Victor Nieves was good. Drake has multiple machines behind him. He got a lot of people who are working in his best interest. You know what I mean? So it's a God's child. You believe it. Drake hanging around Slump. He's about to get him as well. That's a good point. That could also be what the case is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be what it is too. He can be set next. All I know for a fact is that it's super bittersweet and a slap in the face that Drake will come out after X's death. Even like I said, he didn't even say condolences or RIP or none of that. So he could have at least said that much. If he would have said that the day that X died, then maybe it would be like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe we can believe him. But he didn't even go so much as to put up a RIP post when X died or none of that. I'm just saying what I see. I'm not like the super X fan. I'm not going to pretend like I was, you know what I'm saying? It ain't my thing. Like I always tell you, I'm a little bit older. I'm 37 years old. I already been there, done that. I used to be a knucklehead. I'm not with the whole, I'm a little bit older, you know what I'm saying? I'm not with all the new stuff. Some of it I like, most of it I don't. Long story short, I'm not going to sit there and say I was an X fan. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Talking from the standpoint of somebody like, you know what I'm saying, sticking up for X, I'm just calling it what it is, you know what I mean? Drake didn't say nothing about X when X died. No condolences, no RIP, none of that. If you're just coming in here, like I was saying before, I made a video a couple weeks ago, right after X's death, about the Louis Vuitton, X's Louis Vuitton bag. Jimmy Wapo, the rapper that got killed in Pittsburgh, right at the same time as X, he had on a Louis Vuitton belt on his last Instagram post. And Drake had a song called Signs that came out at the Louis Vuitton fashion show about a year ago. And about the Jimmy Wapo situation, some of you might have heard me say it. I made a video about it real quick and I took it down and was alive. I was in contact with an Instagram, internet famous, internet celebrity female that everybody knows who she is. Me and her was talking a couple months ago. She contacted me because she sees I do gematria. Gematria is coding words and the numbers, words and phrases and stuff like that, and the numbers and vice versa, numerology, gematria, and stuff like that. So she saw I've been doing that for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing that. So Drake is cold-blooded, just like that song, Upset. He said himself, yeah, Drake is a snake. Drake is a straight snake. Everything about Drake is snaky, shady, sneaky. Just his whole thing is like his whole image, everything about him is like, that's a whole different story. But like I was saying, the Jimmy Wapo situation was weird to me too, because I was in conversation with a female internet famous female. She's not a famous person that be on TV and like a celebrity like that, but she's an internet celebrity. She contacted me a couple months ago talking about a situation about Wiz Khalifa. I'm not going to say her name. I said before that I would talk to her, and maybe if she's cool with me saying her name, maybe I'll say her name, but I didn't talk to her yet. We text each other back. I told her about the situation, about how Jimmy Wapo, that Wiz Khalifa was the person that Jimmy Wapo signed to, which was extremely weird, extremely weird. So I told her about that, but we didn't really get into it. So, like I said, so yeah, I didn't talk to her about saying her name, so I ain't gonna say her name, but she was asking me what I thought it meant about all these numbers about Wiz Khalifa and her life and stuff like this, because there was a whole bunch of weird stuff going on with Wiz Khalifa in California and her around where she was at and the shit that was going on. So I started looking up some numbers, and it started seeming like, it might sound crazy, but I started getting paranoid, so I stopped talking to her. I kind of like dissed her because I didn't know if somebody was trying to set me up, or if somebody was playing a joke on me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know if my phone calls were being recorded. I didn't know what it was about, so I left it alone. This is at a time when, after my other channel got deleted, and I started doing the real estate thing and started, you know what I'm saying, getting into that, and then something was telling me the minute I started doing something different that something was going to try to come along and take me off my square and take me down. So I just got paranoid. I was thinking that might have been what the case was with that, so I left it alone. There was a couple things about it that was shady. Anyway, back to what I'm talking about, because now I'm going like way off topic and stuff or whatever. The shit with Drake is shady, you know what I'm saying? At the very least, it's definitely not classy. It's definitely distasteful at the very, very least. But it is a humiliation ritual, the whole situation with him and X. I mean, with him and Slump, the Ski Master Slump God. Like God's Child just said, a comment on the video said it could be that Ski Master Slump God might be next. Drake could be setting him up. That could be a fact too. You know what I'm saying? But at the very least, it's a humiliation ritual against X. That's definitely what it is. We don't know how cool God, and it's just a smack for Drake to, not so much that Drake said it. I don't know if Drake actually said it out of his own mouth, but all the captions to all the articles that came out are saying that Drake ends beef with X by linking up with Ski Master Slump God. How you gonna say that that's a way to end beef? Like, that's not, you can't say that the beef is ended because of that. That don't even make no sense. So that's just shady. It's grimy. It don't make no sense. You know what I mean? So That's shady. I'm sure X fans, hopefully y'all don't appreciate that, because I'm not really, I wasn't really even a huge X fan like that, but I could even say that I don't appreciate that. That shit was grimy. I just think that was just slimy. The whole thing with Drake linking up a ski mask, Slump guy, that shit was crazy about. And then talking about these squats to beef with X. But I'm about to get up off of here. But just in case you just came, like I said, I made the video a couple weeks ago about the connection between the Louis Vuitton bag, X's Louis Vuitton bag, Jimmy Wapo's Louis Vuitton belt, Drake's song Signs that came out at the Louis Vuitton concert, the Louis Vuitton fashion show. And now on this Mop Tie song that he came out with on the Scorpion album, he says something about no tags, turn your Louis bags into body bags. So that's all the confirmation that I need to know, that to feel like I'm on the right track when I was talking about that Louis Vuitton connection. That's how I feel, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave that at that. I'm gonna get up off of here. I got things to do, but everybody be safe.